I'm going to, Prabhu, chat is open, WhatsApp is open.
Yes, yes, Mataji, I opened the chats.
Okay, so I'll disable the chat here right now. Let's start. Om Jnana Timirandasya Jnananjan Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Gadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam. He Krishna Karna Sindhu Deen Jagat Pate Gopesha Gopika Kantha Radha Kantha Namastute Rapta Kanchana Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधारा शिवसादि गौर भक्तवृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. I have a disclosure. I have not replied to the emails for the last 2 days. So please give me one more day. I have been engaged in something else. I will reply. So, okay, let's start. Chapter 12, the chapter itself is called as Bhakti Yoga. It's a very special chapter. I told you the Bhagavad Gita is divided into 3 parts. First 6 chapter, middle 6 chapter, and the last 6 chapter. First 6 chapter introduce us to everything. Krishna introduces everything. Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, and Buddhi Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. But the middle 6 chapter, it's pure Bhakti. There is no mixture of anything. He talks about that pure devotional service is the best. Chapter after chapter after chapter. Okay, one may be engaged in this activity, that activity, but actually pure devotional service is the best. The last 6 chapter, which we will start tomorrow, the bhakti is established through philosophical knowledge. So we think that Krishna consciousness is an armchair philosophy. So get ready for chapter 13. Like you have to tie your seat belts. It's not that scary, but it is quite deep in philosophy. Okay, so let's start. This is what we did yesterday. Arjuna requests Krishna to show his universal form. And I told you the reasons why he's requesting Krishna to show his universal form in chapter 11. Because chapter 10, he already said, my illusion is dispelled, right? So Lord Krishna describes his universal form first and then gives vision to Arjuna to see it. Then Arjuna sees the universal form and then Arjuna tells his experience. He's feeling astonished, bewildered, fearful, the mind is disturbed. And then Arjuna also offers, then Krishna answers Arjuna's query that who are you? And then Krishna replies, and then Arjuna also offers prayers, and he requests Krishna to show his two-handed form again. And Krishna describes the glories of the two-handed form, that it only a pure bhakti, only by cultivation of pure devotional service can one see Krishna as he is. Chapter 12, only 3 things, but a very deep chapter. Bhakti over impersonalism. Once again, Arjuna asks, what is better? The worshipping the Brahman or worshipping the person as God as a person? And then progressive stages of devotion from 8 to 12. And then Krishna is going to start describing the qualities of a person, of a devotee, which are very, very dear to Krishna. Okay, I can have one child chant, but rest of the shlokas I'll chant because I want to spend some time taking. Mahati, Hare Krishna Mahati.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Arjuna Vacha, Ivam Satata Yuktaye, Bhaktastvam.
Mataji, you are a child, if I may please ask. You are a child, right? I just confirm.
Yes, Mataji. Yes,
Okay.
Mataji.
Okay. Go ahead, Mataji.
Arjuna Vacha, Ivam Satata Yuktaye, Bhaktastvam Parupasyate, Ekapi Aksharam Avyaktam, Tesham Ke Yoga Vittama.
Very nice. Thank you. So Arjuna is asking Krishna with the question, which is considered to be more perfect? Those who are properly engaged in your devotional service or those who worship the impersonal Brahman, the unmanifested? So again, Arjuna is asking this question. Why is Arjuna asking this question now? Because he just showed his universal form. So universal form is more near to the Brahman conception or more near to the personal form of Krishna? Please tell me. One person can lift their hand. Anyone? Or a co-host can answer too. So the universal form.
Universal form.
It's the Brahman concept.
Brahman concept. Yeah, thank you. See, Kalavati Mataji and Sita Mataji. Yes, so it is more near to the Brahman conception, means more near to like energy. Because universal form is transcendental. Everything that belongs to Krishna is transcendental, but it comes and goes. It gets manifested when there is a material creation, and then it is unmanifested when the creation is wound up. So Arjuna is asking now because he just saw universal form. So he is personally attached to personal form of Krishna. So he's again validating Krishna, which one is better? Which one is better? Which one is more perfect? So Krishna is going to give answer. So which one is more perfect, the Brahman or the Bhagwan feature? Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Maya Vesheshya Mano Ye Mam Nitya Yukta Upasate Shraddhaya Parayo Petas Te Me Yuktatmata Mataha. The blessed Lord said, he whose mind is fixed on my personal form, always engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith, is considered by me to be most perfect. So Krishna likes a devotee whose mind is fixed on the personal form of Krishna. Personal form. I am still getting emails. Some of you are getting offended if I say that personal form is superior to Brahman. See, I'm not saying it. Krishna himself is saying it. Krishna himself says that whose mind is fixed on my personal form, engaged in worshipping me with great and transcendental faith, is considered by me to be most perfect. So we can see that when we have a deity, the archa of the Lord, we can have so many activities with Krishna. We can offer bhoga, offer arti, offer dress, offer flowers, offer prayers. We can do so much. And then we are always on a clock. You know, when we do deity worship in the temple, 5 times a day. So starts from 3:45 a.m. first offering, 4:30 a.m. the Mangal Arti, then 7:30 a.m. This is what I'm telling you here. Then breakfast offering, 8 a.m. The Govindam prayers, the Darshan Arti, and then 11:30 a.m. Bhoga offering, 12 p.m. Bhoga Arti. Then Krishna takes rest from 12 p.m. to 3:30. Then 3 p.m. So 3 p.m. again one offering, 3:30 p.m. again Dhup Arti. And then at 5:30 p.m. again dinner offering, and then 6 p.m. another Arti. And then again at 8 p.m. another Kheer offering for the Lord. And then 8:30 p.m. The Lord ships the rest. So many activities. We are always on the clock. When we are cooking in the kitchen, we are always on the clock. Oh my God, 11:30 offering, 11:30 offering. So we are like, what? So we are so engaged. The mind has no chance of slipping out because we have so many, there's so much discipline. So the acharyas have given the rules and regulations for us, for our mind to get fixed in Krishna, versus a person who says, I will sit at my home and I'll think of Krishna. Okay, what is their destination? Sit, think of Krishna, 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 Krishna. How long can you think of Krishna like that? So come and live in the temple. Whenever you have next vacation, come to Mangalore. We have a guest house. Please call before you come so we can make arrangements and receive you properly. And live there and see how the Lord is worshipped and how the devotees are always engaged here, there. So it gives chance for a conditioned soul to get reestablished in the proper activity. We need activity. Engaging something with the body and mind is easier than engaging only with the mind. But those who fully worship the unmanifested, that which lies beyond the perception of the senses, the all-pervading, inconceivable, fixed and immovable, the impersonal conception of the absolute truth, by controlling the various senses and being equally disposed to everyone, such persons engaged in the welfare of all at last achieve me, at last. Okay, so Krishna is saying that, okay, some people are very attached to worshipping the unmanifested, which is Brahman. Basically he's talking about that. So there are 3 things in the personality of Krishna, right? Sat, Chit, Ananda. Sat means eternal, means the time factor is not acting. There is no past, there is no present, and there is no future. Chit means full of knowledge. Ananda means full of bliss. So Brahman feature of Krishna, which is nothing but an effulgence coming out from the body and planet of Krishna. It's a sky. It has Sat feature. It is all pervading. Krishna is saying it. It is inconceivable. It is fixed and it is immovable. So it has Sat feature. Because it has no past. It has no present. It has no future. But Chit and there may be a little bit of a Chit feature, but not complete knowledge. But Chit and Ananda is still missing. A condition, a soul has a same property as Krishna has, Sat Chit Ananda. The quality is the same, but the quantity, Krishna's Satchidananda quantity is magnanimous, conditioned soul tiny miny, as compared to Krishna. But we want all three. We cannot just be fixed in one conception. That's cheating. That's going against one's nature. And we will study in 18th chapter that it's not going to lead to any good. That if we go against our nature. So the real nature is Satchidananda. The impersonal conception is giving only Sat conception. So how that's not complete nature. Paramatma feature and a little bit of an Ananda, not complete Ananda. Because Paramatma feature, we cannot have all the 5 relationships. Mostly it's like, Krishna, you are great, and I am so small. But complete Satchit Ananda is only in the Bhagavan feature of Krishna, the two-handed form, complete, incompleteness. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Eva Vishishyate. So completeness is there, and whatever is coming out of the complete is also complete. And if it comes out from the complete, then the balance in the complete whole also remains complete. Now think about that. So you can ask me what I said at the end, okay? This is Ishava Asopnishad invocation prayer. So Krishna is describing that this is very difficult. Meditation is very difficult. And I told you a little bit detail. Why is it difficult? Because it is only going to give one the Sat conception of our existence. So, but Krishna is saying that such a person engaged in the welfare of all, such person is pious person, at last achieves me. And why not take an elevator and go directly now? Why at last? Why to waste so much time? If at last the destination is Krishna. Okay, some child can chant this. This is a nice verse. Did Vijita? Yes, Hare Krishna. You can unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
क्लेशो अधिकतरस्तेषाम् अव्यक्तासक्ता चेतसाम् अव्यक्ता हि गतिर्दुःखम् देहावद्भिर् अवाप्यते.
Yes, thank you so much. So see, again he's saying Kleshu adhikarastesham avyaktasakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir dukham deha vadbhir avapyate. Kleshu adhikarastesham. So hard. For those whose minds are attached to unmanifested, impersonal feature of the Supreme, advancement is very troublesome. To make progress in that discipline is always difficult for those who are embodied. Because you're going from the conception of being embodied to being a sky or energy or light. It's very difficult. Prabhupada explains that Mayavad class of devotees or transcendentalists are very disciplined. Their lives are very disciplined. They don't eat nice prasadam like we do in ISKCON. They don't celebrate the festivals with so many colors and flowers like we do. So it's very difficult. They're very disciplined. They are very, very regulated as to what they're going to talk, how much they're going to talk, how much is going to be their lifespan spent in sleeping. Very, very regulated. Eating, we must do that too, but they are specifically. And they are negating the world because their main conception is Brahma Satya, Jagat Mithya, right? Brahma Satya, Brahman is true. Jagat Mithya, Jagat is false. Now, how do we differ? We say Krishna is true. So nothing which is coming out of Krishna can be false. This world is temporary. It cannot be false. It's there, but it is temporary. And Krishna, don't Prabhupada said, don't depress Krishna. Krishna made so nice mountains and lakes and so nice cities, so many nice living entities, and then you say that this is false, then we don't depress Krishna. Prabhupada was saying in one lecture, we say it is temporary, which is actually a fact. It's a temporary. Everything is temporary. The body that I had when I was 2 years old is gone for forever, because that was only temporary. I cannot say that I never had it. It was false. It's gone. It had duration attached to it. So it's very, very hard. Understand. Okay, and then Krishna is not going to spend any more time in describing about impersonal feature for the rest of the chapter. Now he's going to focus on pure bhakti. Okay, what child? Some child wants to read. It's a pretty big verse, so no one is raising hand. Vijita is an Arnav. Hare Krishna. Yes, Arnav.
हरे कृष्ण
Hare,
माताजी
Hare Krishna.
ये तु सर्वाणि कर्मणि मया सन्यस्या मय पर अनयन्वयि योगेन मम ध्यात्ना उपस्थे तेषाम् अहर समृद्धत मृत्यु संसारा सग्रात भवमी नासिरत परता my avista sitasim.
Thank you so much. ये तु सर्वाणि कर्माणि मयि सन्यस्य मत्परः अन्येनैव योगेन मां ध्यायन्ता उपासते तेषाम् अहं समुद्धर्ता मृत्यु संसार सागरात् भवामि न चिरत् पार्थ मयि अविश्रिता चेतसाम्. One devotee, one brahmachari gave a very nice lecture on Mrityu Sansara Sagara. Tesham aham samudharta Mrityu Sansara Sagara. Just these two lines out of the whole verse. He gave so nice lecture once. So for one who worships me, giving up all his activities onto me and being devoted to me without deviation, engaged in devotional service and always meditating upon me, who has fixed his mind upon me, O son of Pritha, for him, I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. So Krishna wants this level of devotional service. Krishna is not saying, Krishna will accept anyone, as we will study from 8th verse of this chapter. But what is most dear to him is this. For example, if a father has different, like more than one children, the father wants every one of them to excel in life, right? Father wants all his children to have a better life than he had ever. But some of them may not be so, may not be in the same thinking platform as the father. The father's heart is so magnanimous that he's going to accept everyone. Okay, that's fine. If some child is not so intelligent, the father will still say that's fine. At the end, he's my child or she's my child. So like that, what Krishna wants is this. This is what he wants. Worship me, giving up all his activities onto me, devoted onto me without deviation. It's not like we need some break in life. Krishna consciousness, bahut ho gaya. It's like 12 days I'm listening to these classes. It's too much. It is a tapasya. Every day coming is a tapasya. I understand from all of you, for all of you. But if someone thinks like that, but Krishna wants without deviation, how can we meditate on something if we don't understand that particular person? How can we meditate? So that is why the scriptures are needed, that it leads to understanding or knowledge. And once we have the knowledge, then we get very firmly established in our practice. Without knowledge, it may feel like a ritual, it may feel like an imposition, it may feel like a religious process that I need to follow. But get knowledge of Krishna, be fixed, then you can become more dear to Krishna. Why? Because he's himself saying it. Without deviation, engaged in my devotional service, always meditating upon me, always, who has fixed his mind upon me. So change the object of meditation from the mind, from everything else in the entire universe, to Krishna. Because what happens? Krishna becomes a swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. We cannot deliver ourselves. Cannot. We cannot, even if the one person becomes a very big yogi, they cannot stop the death process. They can prolong their life, or they can decide that at the time of death, which planet am I going to go to? But that planet will also be within the material universe. They cannot transfer themselves to Vaikuntha or Goloka. Only Krishna or Krishna's representative can do that. So he becomes a swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. Mai eva, okay, so this is verse 8, and there we start the nectar. Mai eva mana adhastva, mai buddhim niveshaya, nivashishyasi mai eva, ata urdhvam samshaya. Just fix all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. That's what I'm telling you. Get an experience of living in the temple. Next vacation, go live in the guest house and associate with devotees and see how they are meditating. Somebody asked, do you have a secret mantra in ISKCON, right? Every class practically we get asked this kind of questions. Yes, there is a secret mantra. What? Live with the devotees and see how we are worshipping Krishna. Minute to minute to minute, devotee goes to bed so that they can get up early in the morning at 3:45 is the offering. So generally a devotee is up by 3 a.m. so that 3:45 offering a.m. is not delayed. That's the reason for them to go to bed. And when we read Bhagavatam in 10th canto, I was hearing the lecture, the devotee was saying, actually, there is no darkness in Goloka, Vrindavan, or Vaikuntha. There is no darkness. It's always day. But the boys and girls, Krishna's friends, they go to rest on the advice of their parents. Why? Why they go to rest? Because they're tired? No, they're not tired. They can play forever. So that they can just quickly get up and then go and play with Krishna again. So the reason itself to take rest will become Krishna conscious. What more? So much glory. And then we get up, and then minute to minute to minutes, there's so many activities in Krishna consciousness. And then you feel that your heart is purified. It's an experience that cannot be matched with anything else. And then there is no Saturday, Sunday. There is no vacation. You just want to do it. Actually, in vacation, you want to go there so that I can get more like get back to my original condition. So this is this is pure bhakti. You will always live with me without a doubt. So such a person is always living with Krishna. Prabhupada was giving class in Los Angeles, Rukmini Dwarkadish temple. I think it was the installment ceremony. And Prabhupada was saying that this is not Los Angeles, this is Vaikuntha. Why? Because Krishna is worshipped here. So don't think that temple is a very ordinary place, one more building like other buildings. No. Athachittam samadhuttam na sankshasi mai sthiram abhyasa yogena tato mam ichhaputam dhananjaya. Okay, so if one can't do this ananya bhakti, this is the last slide was ananya bhakti or raga bhakti, complete meditation on Krishna without deviation. But if one can't do it, then will Krishna reject? No. Krishna says, my dear Arjuna, O winner of wealth, if you cannot fix your mind upon me without deviation, then follow the regulated principles of Bhakti Yoga. In this way, you will develop a desire to attain me. So that is why the Acharyas give us the principles of Bhakti Yoga. Get up early in the morning, chant Hare Krishna, do Mangalarti or see Mangalarti. Then follow the 4 regulated principles: no gambling, no intoxication, including tea and coffee, no meat eating, and no illicit relationships. Stay away from all these foundational sinful activities. Become Krishna conscious. You see, at this temple living means regulated life, regulated bhakti. This is sadhana bhakti. But if someone can't do that also, abhyase api asamartho asi, mat karma paramo bhava, mat artham api karmani, kurvan sindhim avapasyasi. If you cannot practice the regulations of Bhakti Yoga, then just try to work for me, because by working for me, you will come to the perfect stage. This is called Nishkam Karma Yoga, that only working for Krishna. Someone may say the following of regulated principles is very hard. I can't get up in the morning. I can't chant Hare Krishna in the morning, or whatever may be the reason. then Krishna is saying, okay, then work for me. Move your body and mind and intelligence and words for me. Do it. Anyone can do it. You don't have to be living in the temple for doing it. Anybody can do it, provided they want to do it. But so this is called Nishkam Karma Yoga. Nishkam Karma Yoga means the karma which is leading to one's establishment of connection with Krishna, and the person who's doing this karma is not taking shelter of the fruits. So Nishkam. Kama means result. Nishkam means not taking the results. So not anashrita karma phalam karyam karma karoti saha. So 6th chapter, 1st verse, anashrita, not taking shelter of the fruit of a work only because you have to work for Krishna. Like for example, I'll give you an example that you may already be doing. So let's say Navanishta Prabhu started this Understand Gita 18 days. Okay, now most of people who come here come by chance. But then they like Prabhu speaking is very nice. He's a very fixed devotee. Then just pass it on to someone else who may get benefited. You are not attached whether they'll come or not. That is as simple of a Nishkam Karma Yoga as it can be. And then there are so many other layers. Yat Karoshi, if someone can't do that also, then what? Yat Karoshi, Yad Ashnashi, Yad Juhoshi, the Dasi Yad. Yat Tapasyasi Kanteya, Tat Kurushva Madarpanam. O son of Kunti, all that you do. Yat Karoshi means all that you do. All that you eat. Yad Ashnashi, all that you offer and give away. Yad Juhoshi, the Dasi. The Dasi means giving. Yat Tapasyasi, as well as all austerities that you may perform. Tat Kurushva Madarpanam. Give it to me. Should be done as an offering to me. So you say, okay, you can't work for me. Okay, then whatever you're doing, all that you do, all that you eat, all that you offer and give away, and all austerities that you may be performed. So the word you is used. You see, you hear, you eat, you offer, you give, you may perform, means that this person is still attached to what they do. That's fine. Krishna is saying it's fine, but do it as an offering to me. Do it. Whatever you're working as, let's say somebody is working as an architect engineer, for example. Okay, fine. They're very attached to making big buildings and filling the earth with buildings all over the world. Fine, but make sure that you're doing it as an offering to Krishna. Make Krishna's temple. Do something, or you can donate to Krishna's the money that you get, give a part of it to Krishna. Krishna himself is saying it. Krishna is not in need, but if you do it, then that's called then that becomes a bhakti. Then what happens? Athai that api asakto asi kartu mad yogam ashrita sarva karma phala tyagam tatha kuru yatatmavan. If however you are unable to work in this consciousness, then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. So if someone can't offer all their activities, their food, or their penances and austerities to Krishna, then Krishna says, okay, then give up the result. At least give up something. That's called sakam karma. That's serving Krishna from the periphery. Somebody can become a monthly donor to the temple. Okay, Krishna, from a very small fraction, I can donate to Krishna's service every month. Krishna accepts it. And then one day that person will become pure devotee. I was listening to Prabhupada day before yesterday, prayers of Queen Kunti, and he was saying, Namo Pankajana Bhaya, that verse, I think it's 22nd verse, first canto 8th chapter, 22nd verse. He was saying becoming Krishna consciousness is so easy. Krishna says, Rasoham apsikanteya, that I am the taste of water. Everybody is drinking water. So what is the harm in just thinking, Krishna, you're the taste of this water. Just think. I'm the taste of, Krishna says, I'm the taste of this water. And then he went on saying, Prabhupada, Toyam actually means liquid, he said. He said, so in your country, there are so many drunkards. I say that, okay, you're very attached to drinking wine. Okay, but okay, when you drink wine, just think, this nice taste of wine is Krishna. One day that person will be very, very pure devotee of Krishna. pure devotee of Krishna, sorry. So everybody was laughing. The Prabhupada said, but that's a fact. Anything that has a taste, it's coming from Krishna. So just do it. And if someone can't do that also, then what? Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasaj jnana dhyanam vishishyate dhyanat karma phala tyagat shantir anantaram. If you cannot take to this practice, then engage yourself in the cultivation of knowledge. So this knowledge is different than what we are studying right now. This knowledge is like, okay, go back and read Vedas again. We are reading the result of the Vedas. Better than knowledge, however, is meditation. Better than meditation is renunciation of the fruits of action. For by such renunciation, one can attain peace of mind. So what are the 5 stages? First is Ananya Bhakti. Just become Krishna conscious from the get-go. Don't let your mind get deviated to this practice or that practice. Okay, Ananya Bhakti is very hard. Then what is the next level? Then do Vedehi Bhakti or regulated devotional service. Oh, that is also very hard. Then what to do? Nishkam Karma Yoga. Just work for Krishna. Don't work and anything. Just work for Krishna. But if that is also very difficult, then Sakam Karma. Okay, you're very attached, but yet Karoshi, yet Johoshi, yet Ashnoshi, the Dasi, yet. So for all that you eat, all that you do, all that you give away in charity, or give it to me as an offering to me, with the word called Om Tat Sat, which we will study in chapter 17. But someone can do that also. And this is the thing, that cultivate the knowledge. And better than knowledge is meditation. Better than meditation is again renunciation. So jnana, dhyana. So these are the 5 steps. But what really Krishna wants is Ananya Bhakti. Now I have a question. Maybe let me ask now. Why is it not going back? So here we see that then try to act giving up all results of your work and be self-situated, right? 12.1. Then try to act giving up all results of your work and try to be self-situated. And then here he says that all that you should do is it as an offering unto me. So what is the difference? Here he's saying work for me and do it as an offering to me. And here he's saying that you can give up the results of your work and try to be self-situated. And also here he's saying that, no, this is okay. So tell me, what is the difference between this work in 12.11 and the work my co-host can answer in 12.10? What is the difference? All that you work, all that you offer, do it for me, means you can give up the result.
Sarvakarma palatyaga, like that.
What, Mataji?
Sarvakarma palatyaga. That means offer everything to me without any fruitive result.
Okay, very nice. So in 12.10 also he's saying it, right? Perform should be done as an offering to me. And here also again he's saying Sarva Kalma Faratyaga. So what is the difference between 12.10, giving in offering in 12.10 and offering in 12.11? Think about it. I'll tell the answer at the end. Everybody, the whole class. Kilavati Mataji, thank you for bringing up the important point of Sarva Karma Faratyaga. Everybody think about it and then answer to me at the end. So one who is not envious. Now Krishna is going to start describing the qualities of a devotee that Krishna relishes. Each one of us have friends. Why do we have friends? Because there are certain qualities in us that the other friend likes, or they have qualities that we like. That is the basic foundation of a friendship. We cannot have a friend. I cannot have a friend who is going to liquor house and is very averse to going to the temple. It won't work. It won't work. They will be choked. I will also be feeling choked. Because so there is basically the point is that I'm saying that there are qualities which attract Krishna to his devotees. Prabhupada said, don't try to see Krishna. Do something that Krishna sees you. So one who is not envious, but is a kind friend to all living entities, who does not think himself a proprietor, who is free from false ego, who is equal in both happiness and distress, who is tolerant. always satisfied, self-controlled, engaged in devotional service with determination, his mind and intelligence fixed on me. Such a devotee of mine is very dear to me. So he's describing about 10 qualities here. So, no, total 10, but these are some of them. So this is Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami was a very big scholar, but they were very busy in just writing the scriptures on the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and they had no fixed residence. All the 6 Goswamis, they would stay under a tree for one night and next tree another night. Very, very simple living. Why? Because simple living saves time. There's so many, not much like distractions in one's life. We can be fixed. That is the meaning of simple living and high thinking. Mataji, my co-host, Sanatan Goswami's deity is Madan Mohan. Is worshipable deity is Madan Mohan?
Yes, Mataji.
Please. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. So there is a story of Madan Mohan and Sanatan Goswami that I wanted to say. So Sanatan Goswami was so absorbed in writing scriptures on the order of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and discovering Vrindavan. The 6 Goswamis discovered Vrindavan for all of us in present day Vrindavan, that his worshipable deity was Madan Mohan. Madan Mohan was first residing in the house of a Brahmana, but Madan Mohan wanted to go to Sanatan Goswami. So he came, the deity came in the dream of the Brahmana and told him that a very poor Swami is going to come at your doorstep tomorrow. Just hand over me to him. I want to go to him. So Sanatan Goswami came and then the Brahmin who was worshipping Madan Mohan wanted to give him to Sanatan Goswami. Sanatan Goswami says, no, I am sannyasi. I'm traveling from one place to another. You worship Madan Mohan in this way. You know, the sannyasi teaches how to worship a deity, like Prabhupada was teaching everyone how to do Archa Vigraha. But he said, no, the Madan Mohan came to my dream. He wants to go with you. So, okay, fine. Okay, Madan Mohan wants to go. So there was no fixed residence. So what was happening was, so Sanatan Goswami used to offer only dry chapati with some salt to Krishna every day. And one day, Madan Mohan, the deity, talks. If we are pure, we can talk to deity. There's so many incidences described in Chaitanya Charitamrita where the deity is speaking to the devotee. So the deity, Madan Mohan told, Sanatan Goswami was writing, and Madan Mohan told Sanatan Goswami, every day you're offering me dry chapati with salt. Can you get me some butter? You are in Vrindavan. You can get me some butter. I think that's the pastime. Or maybe it was that he was just offering dry chapatis and he asked for some salt. One of the two. But the answer that Sanatan Goswami gave was, no, my dear Lord, I cannot. I'm a sannyasi. I have an order that I need to discover Vrindavan and I need to spend time in writing the scriptures. Today you're asking me for this. Tomorrow you will ask me for rice. Then you will ask me for dal. Then you will ask me for fruits because I'm in the forest, fresh fruits. So your demands will go up and I will not be able to concentrate on my service. So Madan Mohan had to eat only dry chapatis from the hands of his pure devotee. We cannot understand such exchanges between a pure devotee and their worshipable Lord, but it is happening. So this devotee, if we come under the shelter of Sanatan Goswami Prabhupada, we can pray to him and he will give us the shelter. Okay, then what other thing is dear to Krishna? He for whom no one is put into difficulty, who is not disturbed by anxiety, who is steady in happiness and distress is very dear to me. So not put in any difficulty. We put each other in difficulty and ourselves in difficulty mostly by our words. So we have to be very, very cautious of what kind of a language are we talking to ourselves and to others. It has to be truthful, but it has to be put in such a way that it does not agitate the consciousness of any other person. Everybody is disturbed. So putting disturbance in someone's consciousness on who is already disturbed is against Krishna's principles. who is not disturbed by anxiety. They are themselves very fixed, not disturbed by anxiety, steady in happiness and distress, is very dear to me. In chapter 2 also he says, Matra spashyastu kantaya sitoshna sukha dukkha daha agama paino anitya stam satikshasva bharata. So this photo is from chapter Srimad Bhagavatam 8th canto, where Lord Shiva was telling his wife Mother Sati about the glories of Krishna. No, I think this is 6th canto. Glories of Krishna, and all the great sages came and assembled to hear. Mother Sati was sitting in the lap of her husband. But so many sages came, and everybody was fine. So Mother Sati didn't like it. Lord Shiva understood that Chitraketu is also a pure devotee of Krishna, and he's just smiling, looking at like how everyone is so immersed in hearing Krishna Katha. But Mother Sati took it that he's smiling because I'm sitting in the lap of my husband in the assembly of great devotees. So she cursed him to become a demon. So that's how he became a Vritasura. So a devotee who is not dependent on the ordinary course of activities, who is pure, expert, without cares, free from all pains, who does not strive for some result, is very dear to me. So who does not strive for some result. The only result is, how can I become more Krishna conscious? A devotee is very quick to check. That's a devotee, that I am doing so much activity. I'm running around here and there. How was my japa today? They're very introspective. And they set an intention to become more and more Krishna conscious day by day. What did I do for Krishna today? I have been doing this, but did I forget Krishna? So this is Sudama. Sudama was an exemplary example. He was not disturbed by the ordinary course of activity, whether I have a proper house or no house, or he was not striving to become rich. We cannot imitate them. Don't try, because muh ke bal girenge. We'll fall down on the with face down. Like as much as people who try to imitate Lord Shiva, that Lord Shiva is drinking ganja. Okay, put the poison in the neck like Lord Shiva. You're copying Lord Shiva, right? Put the poison in the neck. We cannot. Let's just take shelter. One who neither grasps pleasure or grief, who neither laments nor desires, who renounces both auspicious and inauspicious thing, is very dear to me. So both auspicious and inauspicious things have to be given up. Prabhupada was saying detachment is another side of attachment. The so-called detachment. Some people are very proud of saying that I'm so detached from whatever I have. I have it, but I'm so detached. No. You are very attached to your detachment. The real detachment is how much of your assets are you using for Krishna's service. That is the detachment. So this is Prahlad Maharaj, who is not lamenting, not desiring to improve his situation. He's auspicious, inauspicious, everything same. His consciousness is fixed in Krishna. And then more qualities. One who is equal to friends and enemies. I find it very hard. See, simple thing like if I have a chocolate or a candy, I need to share it with a friend and enemy equally. One who's equipoised in honor and dishonor, heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, who is always free from contamination, always silent and satisfied with anything, who doesn't care for any residence, who is fixed in knowledge and engaged in devotional service, is very dear to me. We can see all these qualities in Srila Prabhupada. Equal to friends and enemies. Prabhupada was preaching. You see, the people who are addicted to LSD, ganja, cocaine, heroin, how can they become pure devotees of Krishna? I will look down upon such person. Prabhupada saw the soul sitting in the heart and just brought that quality out. It's unheard of. So many at a time, so many people, so many. Now also, who's equipoised in honor and dishonor. He didn't care whether he's been welcomed at a place or he's meeting some resistance. He just went on. Heat and cold, happiness and distress, fame and infamy, because the whole meditation was, how can I become Krishna conscious? How can I become Krishna conscious? I think my mother will be the best person to talk about it, because she read about Prabhupada starting ISKCON, and she was so amazed. She kept on, when she was reading the book, I remember she was with me, she kept on saying, my God, Prabhupada, look at Prabhupada, my God. So whole day we were meditating on Prabhupada. How he started ISKCON, just because she was reading and was getting very astonished. Oh, this is Ambrish Maharaj. Ambrish Maharaj was a pure devotee of Krishna. He became purely Krishna conscious by dedicating his mind, smaranam. So he was fixed. Outwardly, he was a king. He had to manage the kingdom, but he was a pure devotee. He used his legs to go to Krishna's temple. He used his smelling power to smell the flower offered to Krishna, taste to honor Krishna prasadam. So all his activities were actually in the realm of Krishna consciousness. And this was making Durvasa Muni very, very envious of the king. Durvasa Muni was under the impression that he's the biggest yogi. But how can a king be declared as more pure than him? So he played a trick on Dwadashi when he came to visit Ambrish Maharaj. Dwadashi, we have to break the fast of Ekadashi within certain window of time. But now the guest has come, so Ambrish Maharaj cannot take any grain without offering something to his guest Durvasa Muni. And Durvasa Muni was so clever, he actually said that I'm going to actually go and take my bath and come back, and then I will honor the prasadam. But he was taking long. And he was seeing from his yogic power that what is Ambrish Maharaj doing? Is he eating? Because the minute he will find a fault, he will try to curse Ambrish Maharaj. So Ambrish Maharaj consulted his priest that what should I do? The time is going for Parayana, for Ekadashi Parayana. So the priest of his kingdom gave advice, Maharaj, you have not had even one drop of water for Ekadashi. So that's not grain. You can take a drop of water and complete your fast. That's not actually considered against the welcoming principle for a king also to welcome a Muni. So Maharaj takes one drop of water and Durvasa Muni sees it, and he comes marching in the kingdom that you declare yourself to be so pious and a very big Vaishnava. You drank without giving anything to me. So you are actually against, you are adharmic. All those blah blah he started saying. So he, from his hair, one hair on his head, he pulled out and the big demon came out. He said, you don't deserve to live. Just because of that, I have to kill you. So this is the nature of envy, looking for fault, dwelling on someone's fault. Maharaj was so powerful that he could have actually reverted the curse, but he accepted it as an arrangement of Krishna. But Krishna does not accept anything done to his devotees, nothing. So Krishna released his Sudarshan Chakra to behead Durvasa Muni. And when Durvasa Muni saw Sudarshan Chakra coming, he started running. So he was running. He first went to Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva said, this is Krishna's Durvasa Chakra. Sudarshan Chakra, I can't help you. Then he went to Lord Brahma. He was so powerful. Brahma said the same thing. I can't help you. Everything is in the Krishna Sudarshan Chakra. Okay, then he went to Lord Vishnu also. He was so powerful. Lord Vishnu said, I also cannot help you. If my devotee begs you the pardon for whatever you have done, then I can retrieve the Sudarshan Chakra. Otherwise, call it a day. Your time is over because you have offended a Vaishnava. So then he understands the power of a pure devotee, that Krishna is complete control of a pure devotee, completely controlled by a devotee who's pure. Then he comes back and he begs forgiveness from Ambrish Maharaj. And Ambrish Maharaj is a Vaishnava. A Vaishnava doesn't take an offense, but Krishna does not tolerate. So then Ambrish Maharaj says, Durvasa Maharaj says, fine, it's fine. It was just a little misunderstanding. And immediately the Sudarshan Chakra was retrieved. So that is the power of a devotee. He who follows this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engages himself with faith, making me the supreme goal, is very, very dear to me. So this is very, very dear. Okay, this is another story of Madhavendra. No, who is this? Bilva Mangal Thakur. Bilva Mangal Thakur was had raised to Bhava Bhakti stage in last birth. but somehow or other he couldn't complete. So in this birth, he was born as Bilva Mangala to a very pious Brahmana father. But somehow or other, he had an inclination to be attached to his girlfriend prostitute. So he used to go and meet her every day. But one day he had to perform the Shraddha ceremony of his father. So the meeting was delayed. And in that night was very stormy. There was a lot of storm, hurricane, and there were thunderbolts. Everywhere the lightning was falling. So his girlfriend thought that today Bilva Mangala is not going to come because the weather is not so good. So she actually turned off the lamp and retired to take rest. But after some time, there was a knock on the door. And she opened the door and she saw that Bilva Mangala was there. So she was astonished. She asked, "How come you're here? It's such a bad weather." So he described that how he quickly performed the Shraddha ceremony of his father. And then he ran and the weather got bad. And then he captured a dead body to cross over the river. And he was running in the jungle. And then it was so dark. He was escaping from lightning from falling on him. Then he captured the tail of a snake as a rope to go over the wall. And then he came. So she said, "Oh, so much effort to come and see me? So much effort? Oh my God. If this much effort you do for Krishna, your life will be so successful." So immediately, the minute his girlfriend said that, it changed his consciousness. There is a science, there is a story behind that. We cannot copy that pastime also. Bilva Mangala's spiritual master was speaking through his girlfriend. So the words of a spiritual master, Chittete Koriya Akhya. So Arana Koriya Manyasha. So the words of a spiritual master purify the consciousness of a devotee. They purify, it's magical. So that is why he is transformed completely immediately. Immediately he left for Vrindavan. Immediately he gave up his worldly possession and he was walking. But he still had the inclination to get attracted to women. You know, like when we turn off the fan does not stop rotating all of a sudden. It slows in the speed first, right? So like that, it is described that when a devotee tries to become Krishna conscious, they don't become pure devotee in 1 second. It's a practice. Most of the people, we need practice. Let's be realistic in devotional service. So the momentum was there. So he was walking to Vrindavan and he saw this very beautiful Mataji and he started following her now. And that Mataji was married. So she came outside her house. She started running because this person is following her. And then she came outside her house and her husband was sitting on the veranda, on the porch. So she quickly ran inside. So Bilva Mangala was standing outside the door and looking. So this person was very Vedic in practice. And he said, he was wearing a saffron dress. So he said, "Maharaj, what do you want? May I serve you with something?" He said, yes, call that Mataji. I want to talk to her. So he goes inside and he tells his wife, this person, that go and talk to this Maharaj. He wants to talk to you. In the Vedic times, Prabhupada, when explaining this pastime, says that a woman was forbidden to speak to anybody stranger, a man, other than her own husband. It was so strict. But the husband was himself ordering her, so she was a chaste wife. She accepted the order. So she went out and to speak to Bilva Mangala. So Bilva Mangala told her this time Mataji. He called her Mataji. "Do you have a pin? You know the pin that ladies put in their hair, the pin? Please give me that pin." So she gives him the pin. So he takes the pin and he pokes his eyes to become blind because he said that I was going to Vrindavan to meditate on the Lord of my heart. But see, because of these eyes, I got deviated again. So I am actually going to get rid of this material vision so that I don't have any distraction and I become fixed. So he's blind here. We should not become like that. Please, this is not to propagate self-harm to anyone. These are pure devotees. Krishna will be very, very sad if we do something like that to ourselves. But then Bilva Mangala became Bilva Mangala Thakur. He was offering heartfelt prayers to Krishna. Okay, so this is the verdict. He who follows this imperishable path of devotional service and who completely engages himself with faith Faith is important. It's not a show bottled spiritualism. Oh, I'm a devotee of Krishna. A devotee of Krishna is naturally attractive to other people. Naturally, they're attractive. People get attracted. See how many people got attracted to Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada said, what am I doing? I am not giving you any money. I am not giving you any secret mantra. I am actually telling you to do austerity. All of you are addicted to meat eating and drinking alcohol, and I'm telling you, give it up. But why are you all coming to me? Because I'm giving you Krishna as it is. So Krishna decorates a pure devotee with the quality that endear everyone else to come to him. Why? Because that person is very, very dear to Krishna. So this is what we did today. Very nice chapter. Please go back. Very small chapter, only 20 verses. Read it today. Bhakti over impersonalism. Which one is better? From 1 to 7. Mai aveshya mano ye mam. We discussed. Krishna says bhakti is better. Then progressive stages of bhakti. Ananya bhakti. If ananya bhakti cannot be done, then do Vedahi bhakti. If Vedahi bhakti cannot be done, then do Nishkam Karma Yoga. If Nishkam Karma Yoga cannot be done, then Sakam Karma Yoga. That also cannot be done. Okay, then do Dhyana, Jnana, or giveaway or charity. Then qualities that endear Krishna. Also, Mai Eva Mana Adhastva. And qualities that endear Krishna is Samha Satrau Cha Mitra Cha. So I want to introduce here at this point how we can all serve Krishna. We are associated with ISKCON Mangaluru, right? So Prabhu made this nice presentation. There is this chance for each one of us to serve the lords of our heart, Shri Radha Govinda. There is this opportunity to become a life patron or a life member. So how do we do that? And what are the benefits? The benefit is that with that one card, you can travel across the world in all ISKCON temples, and wherever there is a guest house, you can stay there 3 days a week, 3 days a year, anywhere. Prabhupada Palace of Gold in West Virginia, we went there. I lived there with that card. My parents are here. I think my mother was here, and we stayed there with the use of this card. This is Prabhupada's Palace of Gold, which was 100% constructed by his disciples in America, in West Virginia. No outside labor was used. And everything was done by the devotees, an offering to Prabhupada for him to start the movement. And then you can also stay there in Bhaktivedanta Manor in United Kingdom, Radha Gokulananda, which this was donated. The manor was donated by George Harrison to Srila Prabhupada. Millions and millions of dollars worth of manor was given, 750-acre property was given to Prabhupada to start Krishna consciousness. So we can go there with that card. This is Bhakti Sangam Festival in Russia, Ukraine. We can go there also to attend. Ukraine government was giving a hard time because it's a communist country to build a temple. Now they're building a temple. So every year the devotees are so determined that they actually make a pandal to accommodate 20,000, 30,000 devotees come, all Russians. You can see they're all Russians. Russian people are so pious. They take up Krishna consciousness like anything. You know, if you go to Mathura, you go to Vrindavan, you will see 2 languages on the boards, signboards of the shops. One is Hindi. There may be English, okay, three languages, and then there's Russian. Because there's so many of them. They all take up the Vedic culture very easily. Or we can go to Durban, South Africa. There's so many temples, but these are the prominent temple where Prabhupada visited, I'm mentioning. There's a guest house there as well. And this is the main center, the main office of ISKCON is in Mayapur, West Bengal. This is under construction. This is called Temple of Vedic Planetarium. So this is the present day picture. I want to show the inside view. Where is it? I thought I opened it. Okay, let's open it. I thought I opened it, but I think I closed it. So there's this inside view. It's very, very beautiful. Oh, Krishna. Oh, here it is. So this is the inside. This is a 3D construction. They're gonna put Panchatattva. They have very beautiful Panchatattva deities they worship. Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advait, Gadadhar, Shiva Sadi, and then Radha Madhav and Ashtasakhi and Narsimha Dev. And this will be the inside view of the temple. And they have beautiful, this is the main house of ISKCON, the main office. And this ceiling is going to depict, you see the Panchatattva, but this ceiling is going to depict the universe, the creation of the universe from Srimad Bhagavatam. So this is going to be the second largest temple of the whole world in India, in Mayapur. First is the Vatican City, right? This is going to be the second largest. So this is, we can go there. Okay, that's the basic thing I want to show. And then this is Krishna Balram Mandir in United Kingdom, in Vrindavan. Krishna Balram are the presiding deities, main deities, Raman Reti. It's established on a ground where Prabhupada said Krishna Balram used to play here. It's called Raman Reti. So that is why it's Krishna Balram temple, but we have Radha Shyam Sundar, and also we have Gauranitai, Nityananda Prabhu and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that we worship. So we can go and live in their guest house also. And of course, this is us, our lordships, Radha Govinda, Shri Shri Radha Govinda. We are very active. We are making it, we are hoping to build a temple very soon. But with the center that we have, there are so many activities going on. And one example is in front of you, that we are conducting these classes 3 times a day, every single day in 9 different languages. And that too only with the 9 teachers. Yesterday, Prabhu was telling me, only 9 teachers are there with all these languages, and we are managing about 20,000 people registered this time. We have a guest house, so you can come to us also. So how do we do it? So again, if one becomes a life member, then you will be entitled to receive identity card with patron's photo, valid for members and all his dependents. So one card is enough for the entire family. And this card is honored at all ISKCON centers throughout the whole world. And accommodation at reduced rate. They just take the cleaning charges. They don't take the one time you stay in Juhu, Mumbai, that's covered. We don't think like that. We think that you're the guest. But actually, honestly, the places where you're going to stay are going to be so expensive that the cost of the card is gone in even one use. So 3 days per year, I have used it. My parents have used it. I have my card. My parents have their card. We took the membership. I have stayed in the West Virginia temple. I have also stayed in Vrindavan. I think my parents went to Mayapur also with that. A set of books, including entire Srimad Bhagavatam set, and all the Prabhupada books will be given, and it is available in all languages. And then special puja on their birthdays will be offered to the lordships, Radha Govinda. So how can we do it? Oh, I didn't get the last slide. 1 second. How can we do it? So sorry. So this is amount is 35,555 one time. It's not like you have to do. Either it can be paid at one time or it can be paid in installments for 1 year with no interest. That's fine. If someone can't do that, if someone says, oh, this is too much, that's fine. There is no deficiency in serving Krishna. The center is Krishna. Then you can, someone can become a monthly donor of some amount. You know, someone can donate for a day bhoga for Krishna for 500 rupees, or sarva seva, all the pujas that are going on for a day for 1,000 rupees, or for a month dhupa seva for 2,000 rupees, or offering sweet to Krishna for a month, for whole month 5,000, or for flowers to Krishna for the whole month 1,000. Okay, someone can't do that also. Okay, then you can do one-time seva to Radha Govinda. Shri Radha Govinda is just a way of showing gratitude. Thank you, Krishna. One time 500 rupees Raj Bhoga, or Sarva Seva 1 day for 1,000, or Dhupa Seva, again the same thing is coming for a month 2,000, 5,000, and then Alankar Seva or Pushpa Seva for 10,000 rupees. So all of us can do. These are working links. I will share them on WhatsApp groups. These are all working links. So one can do one-time seva, monthly seva, International membership for a lump sum pay, like complete payment in one go, or international membership in installments. So we will keep track, and then we will give you the card at the recipient at the time of receiving the last installment. Okay, so all donations go to Shri Radha Govinda temple, and they're all used for the worship of the deities. Oh, and I forgot to say, these are all tax exempt. You get a receipt, and then you'll file it with your taxes, and you get the money back in your taxes. So this, it says in this slide. So this is, it's not showing here, but it's written at the bottom that your donation is tax exempt under section 80G of Income Tax Act 1961. So you give and Krishna gives it back. Anyway, okay, I actually have to leave for work, but I can take maybe, I will create the rooms for 5 minutes only. And tomorrow I'll have more time to spend with all of you. So please forgive me. Mataji, Kalavati Mataji, and Sita Mataji.
Yes,
Karthik Prabhu, will you take questions? Roshan, Kalavati Mataji, Sita Mataji, and
Yes,
Roshan. Roshan, are you here? Is he here?
he was there.
So he's not there right now. Okay, then just the two of you. So 5 minutes, I'm gonna bring you all back. Okay, whoever is staying behind. Oh, Roshan, you are here. Where are you? I just saw your name and again not seeing. Please be quick. I cannot give, I'm sorry, more than 5 minutes today. I have to take care of my small children before going to work. So Rajni Rajan Mataji. Yes, Mataji. Whoever is staying behind, I'll give you permission to unmute. You can raise your hand if you have a question. Nobody has a question in this? Okay, then answer my question if no one has a question. That what is the difference between that work in 10th chapter, in 10th verse, and a work in 11th verse? Yes, Dr. Pradnya Vadekar. Sorry, doctor, if I took your name wrong. Dr. Vadekar, please unmute yourself.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Will you please explain Satchitananda?
Sat means eternal. No time factor is acting. Like right now, my body, everyone's body has a date of the birth, and then there is a date, time, duration of life, and then there is date of death, right? Three things are there: past, present, future. Sat means it is just there. We cannot have a conception of this because we don't have an experience of it in this world, but it is there. And Chit means full of knowledge. Our body is full of ignorance. I don't know how many hair I have on my head. I don't know how many times a day I'm blinking my eyes, right? Because I'm not the body. But Krishna's body is full of knowledge. And Ananda means full of bliss. There's so much happiness. No headache, no stomachache, no backache, no overweight, no underweight. Just happiness, happiness, happiness. That's what it literally means. Okay?
Thank you, Mataji.
Hi, Krishna. Sindhu Mataji, yes, Mataji, and then Shivaram Prabhu.
I just wanted to know, is there a difference between Goloka Vrindavanam and Vaikunta? Or is it beyond Vaikunta? Or is it the same? Or,
Yes, so I showed the Goloka chart. I think you have to look at it again and again. So that it actually literal meaning is that spiritual world, like in this particular world, material world, we have so many planets, right?
Yes,
We have
yes.
sun planet, moon planet, this planet. So like that, literally, actually speaking, it's absolute. Even if I go to Vaikuntha, I'm not coming back to this world.
Huh.
But there is a hierarchy over there also. Let me show you the Goloka chart. So Goloka chart, 8th chapter, this one. Mataji, I'm trying to just bring it. My screen is busier than the screen of a non-host. That's why I take longer, sorry. So Mataji, I'll try to, Krishna. So we are here, right? We are here in this material world in one planet, Bhurlok.
Yeah.
So when by chanting this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you see this Hare Krishna Mahamantra chanting?
Yeah.
Pure chanting, we can elevate ourselves This is Vaikuntha planet. Vaikuntha
Okay.
planet, the Lord is worshipped with awe and reverence. Like in Mathura and Dwarka, there is so much opulence. Krishna is worshipped with so much, opulence. And only feeling we can have is awe and reverence. Oh, Narayana, you're so great. I'm so small. That's fine. That's fine. They're also pure devotees. We can end up there and we will not come back. We won't come back if we go to Vaikuntha.
Okay.
But higher than that is Krishna's two-handed form, the Goloka Vrindavan. Why it is higher? Because we can have different type of rasas, different type of relationship with the Supreme Lord. I can become a friend of Krishna. Then there is no awe and reverence. There is no awe and reverence between friends. Friends are friends. Or I can become parent of Krishna, mother of Krishna, father of Krishna, Mother Yashoda. So we are celebrating, right? From this Friday, Damodar month, I will talk about it. How she runs behind Krishna with a stick. You rascal, you broke the pot of yogurt that I was mixing into butter for you. Who prays to Krishna like that in Vaikuntha? Or I can become a lover of Krishna. I can become Krishna's girlfriend there, like Radharani, highest level. But such relationships are not there in Vaikuntha. But Vaikuntha is also like Krishna is present and reciprocating with his devotees as they want him to come.
Okay.
And that's fine. That's fine. So this is the difference. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Hari.
Hare Krishna. Yes,
And
Shivaram Prabhu. Yes, Mataji.
Yeah,
No. Before leaving, kindly answer the question what you raised itself. I couldn't understand that.
But you understood the question or no?
Yeah, I understood the question.
Okay. Okay, Shivaram Prabhu. Yes.
yeah, Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare
The first thing is the sloka Yat Karoshi Yat Asnani is from chapter 9, 27th sloka, right? But we were discussing in the 12th chapter.
He says it 2 times. There are so many verses which are repeated. You are catching one. He says it 2 times. There are so many verses. I am forgetting which one. Brahmabhuta Prasannatma. That verse is also repeated. And in 18th chapter also one verse is repeated. What is said before in the chapter.
Manmana Bhava Masbhakta, Mataji.
So
Hare
that's
Krishna.
repeated. That's repeated. So Prabhu, Krishna, we talk, when we talk, we repeat so many things, right?
Yeah, okay. Just I had a doubt. Okay, I think, can I make an attempt to answer your question, Mataji? The one
Yeah,
which you
please.
had asked.
Yes, I will be so proud of you. Yes.
So what I understand is when Krishna says by working from me, it means we are following the principles of Bhakti Yoga. But in chapter the 11th sloka, when he says give up your results, what he means is in the current scenario that whatever work we do will be for the supreme cause, and by sacrificial method Lord Krishna would get the fruits. So in the sense we can do social service or some community service or any other service, ultimately it will reach Lord Krishna. Just in case we are not able to do, means indirectly telling us, give us the, leave the fruits of your work to me. So whether we work for Krishna consciousness or in case because of the social circumstances, we are not able to do that, indirectly saying whatever work you do will ultimately reach me by sacrificial method, because he is the supreme
We
Lord.
will only reach Krishna if I am going to do it for Krishna. It's not going to be like I can do yatomat tatafat. You're near. You're near. And thank you for the try. You're very near. Thank
No,
you.
but he also says that yata pavitrir bhutanam. Indirectly, he says, does it not mean that it's going to reach the Supreme Lord at the end?
No, not until I voluntarily give it. It's not.
Okay.
If I am doing a sacrifice for getting a very nice house or riches, where is Krishna there? That's karma kand, right? Then I will get the very nice riches, but not Krishna. But you're near. You're very near. So the difference is everyone back? Let's see. Okay, I'll tell the difference. The difference is that in 12.10, no, the verse was 12.10 and 11, right? This one. So yat karoshi, yat johoshi. So you perform and should be done as an offering to me. And here he's saying, give up the results of your work and try to be self-situated. So here the difference is that the person who is doing sakam karma, this is sakam, this is nishkam karma, do it as a work for me, means the person is voluntarily trying to be Krishna conscious. You know, let's say that I am very attached to being to my profession. I do the profession, but the result I get out of the profession, I only worship Krishna. I don't try to do sense gratification. Yes, I try to meet the demands of the body and the demands of my children, but no sense gratification at all. Just worship of Krishna. So that is nishkam karma in a way. But over here, this 12.11, give up the results of your work. This person is not working for Krishna. They are working because they want to work in that particular manner. Such person example is a big philanthropist. You know, very rich people in the world, they actually give so much charity. They open orphanages, they open schools, hospitals, free education, free distribution of clothes, food. They're not trying to be Krishna conscious. They're just doing it just because, you know, they have a good heart, out of the goodness of the heart, but they're not trying to be Krishna conscious necessarily. So that's the difference. Very fine difference. Did you understand who was
Yeah,
Shivaram?
thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Sita Mataji, Kalavati Mataji, anything?
I came back, Mataji. Some devotee, Rajani Rajan asked me some verses you shown out of the chapter. I mean, out of this chapter.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
true, Mataji? 12.10 and 12.11. I want to see that PPT.
Rajni Rajan Mataji, you can unmute yourself. Sita Mataji, any question left unanswered?
Mataji, I want to.
Yes, Mataji, I was just asking about that yat karosi yadasnasi yaj juhosi tadasi yat. So that is coming after the 12.10, and I have got like, you know, ataida dapya saktosi kartum madhyoga samstiraha.
Yes.
So I'm a bit confused where that, you know, where did you get that?
12.10 is Mataji.
That one, this one, where?
Hare Krishna Mataji, this is what I'm saying. This sloka is 9.27 actually.
That's what Mataji.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry.
That
Yes,
12.10 is
I put it there.
Yeah.
I put it there because it was in connection for this particular verse, because I wanted to explain this particular point. I apologize because I'm in a hurry.
No problem, Mataji. I was a bit confused because, you know, I was thinking whether I missed something, you know, and I was kind of referring to 2-3 books.
Actually, in the back of my mind is going on, I need to leave.
Even
That's why.
Also because Mataji never do like this before, so I was confirmed.
Yes. So yes, I put it there intentionally because I wanted to explain the difference between Nishkam Karma and Sakam Karma, which I just explained.
Okay.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you, Mataji.
Okay.
Yes.
Hare Krishna. Sita Mataji, any questions?
Prabhuji had a question. I think Roshan Prabhu came to my rescue to answer references about where Hare Krishna Mahamantra was referred in like Upanishads. But I think his another question, I wasn't able to clarify. If he's there, he can quickly ask that question.
What is the question?
Did he leave? Sorry.
You can unmute yourself, Prabhu. Pradeep, Prabhu, if you're here. Pradeep, Prabhu, he's here. You can unmute yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yes.
My question was, because we were discussing about Amrish Maharaj and Prahlad Maharaj. So because as a Hindu, we always say it was Vishnu who came to the rescue of Amrish Maharaj. He sent his Sudarshan Chakra to protect him from Durvasha Muni. Also, when we talk of Prahlad, we see Narsingha Avatar was taken by Lord Vishnu. So I'm less confused, confused about Krishna and Lord Krishna and Vishnu. So how do you
Yes, that is a
explain
very
that
common
Krishna
answer we
came
get.
before
Actually, Prabhu, don't be confused. The thing is that one particular devotee is attached to one particular form of the Lord. It is explained in Srimad Bhagavatam that, let's say, I gave this example that there are so many Deepa. What is that verse? That there are so many candles. Let's say there you have 10 million candles. And all those candles have the same structure, same amount of light. They have same physical appearance. They have same power. And they all burn together. There's no difference. But one curious person will try to find out which was the original candle from which everything else came. So the original candle is Krishna, from whom everything else came. Ete cha anshakala pumsa Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. I am going to tell you to go and read this chapter. You can see my screen. You can see my screen, Prabhu.
Yes, Mataji, I can see
Okay,
that.
so go to vedabase.io, okay?
Yeah.
And go to Srimad Bhagavatam, go to first canto, go to third chapter. Krishna is the source of all incarnation. Please go back and read this chapter. You will understand that how Krishna manifests himself into Mahavishnu and then Garbhadakshay Vishnu and then Shirodakshay Vishnu. He expands himself into all the Vishnus. He expands. Krishna's first expansion is, I had the Goloka chart open. I think I closed it. Let's open again. So Goloka chart explains that Krishna first expands himself into Balram. And then Balram expands himself into Sankarshan, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, and Narayana. And then all the Vishnu Tattva, the Karanadakshay Vishnu, the Garbhadakshay Vishnu, and the Shirodakshay Vishnu are expansions of Sankarshana feature, which is Sankarshana is in turn an expansion of Balram, and Balram is in turn an expansion of Krishna. So we cannot say they are all complete in their knowledge or power. But if you want to know what was the original thing, then that was Krishna. So this is Krishna. Krishna expands himself into Sankarshana. Sankarshana expands himself into, you see these four, Pradyumna, Aniruddha, Narayana, and Sankarshana. So Sankarshana further expands himself into this feature of Karanadakshay Vishnu or Mahavishnu, and Mahavishnu expands himself into Garbhadakshay Vishnu. Garbhadakshay Vishnu in turn expands himself into Shirodakshay Vishnu. So they're all connected to one link. It is, we should not be, debating on something which is not debatable. Who is superior, Krishna or Vishnu? Equal. For us, on the offensive stage of chanting, equal. They are equal, period. I don't want to hear these questions again. Equal. If you go deep in Shastras, then we know that Krishna has Vishnu has 60 qualities, Krishna has 64 qualities, and the 4 qualities are exclusive to Krishna. Krishna does not give it to anybody. And that are also explained. Krishna's form, Rupa Madhurya, is not duplicated. Is not. Narayana is, Prabhupada explains, has Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma. But because of different arrangements of Shankha, Chakra, Gada, Padma in 4 hands, there are different names, different activities, different planets. But Krishna is only one. Ekala Ishwar Krishna, Arana Bhrita. So that's Rupa Madhurya is very, very exclusive to Krishna. Then Krishna's Leela Madhurya, Krishna's pastimes with his devotees are very exclusive. Nobody else is giving an opulence of Vatsalya, parental affection, or conjugal love or friendship. Nobody. But that's okay. That's okay because everyone have their object of devotion. And Krishna's, so Rupa Madhurya, Krishna's Leela Madhurya, Krishna's Venu Madhurya, Krishna's flute is very exclusive to Krishna. Okay, and then Krishna's Prema Madhurya, the love that he shares with his devotees, that love is very different and exclusive, and only Krishna does that. So these 4 qualities are exclusive. But read Shastras, all 64 qualities are described, everything is described in detail. Venu Madhurya has so many sub-qualities. So let's not argue what's not arguable. When Bhishma Dev was leaving his body on the battlefield, he had Krishna in his original 200 form present in front of him. But he was attached to the Narayana feature. He requested Krishna, show me that Narayana feature so that I can meditate on that feature and leave my body. Krishna showed him. Krishna did not say, I am superior, Narayana is inferior. Equal. Lord Hanuman attached to Rama. He knows Lord Rama's source is Krishna, but he's attached to Lord Rama and Krishna and does not argue that, okay, you become like this. Why are we doing it? Because we are offensive. We are chanting in offensive stage. Don't do it. It's equal. There is no difference. You go to Vaikuntha, you go to Goloka Vrindavan, you have already surpassed the cycle of birth, death, old age, disease. Okay. You have to chant to understand this. Okay, so I'll go. Tomorrow we will meet and I'll try to do mind control technique tomorrow if we get the time. But 13th chapter is pretty deep. It's most philosophical chapter of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Pradeep Prabhu, is your question answered? Are you still here?
Yes, yes, thank you, Mata. I just
Okay.
had no doubt. I just wanted to clarify because a lot of people have that doubt about Lord Vishnu and Lord. I know it's also said in Brahma Samhita, Ishvara Param Krishna, Anadir Adir Govinda, Sarvaka. I know, but I thought a lot of people have, in particular from Indian point of view, you always want to have that particular clarification.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everyone. Vancha kalpatarubhashta kripasindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnavinda ki jai. Karthik Prabhu, thank you so much. Mama, I know you're here, so tomorrow maybe you can take one breakout room for answering questions.